Mindful Life Practice community.
Okay, so take a few more deep breaths here. If we haven't met before, my name is Lindsay. I'm one of the new teachers with the community. I'm so happy to be celebrating the first year anniversary with you. Take one more breath where you are. And then exhale. Start to move your way up. We'll come to a low crouch. And then from here, send your heels down, hips up. Find a little forward fold. Being as generous with that bend in your knees as you need to. So you can allow your belly to rest on your thighs. Crown of your head right down to the floor. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, press down, slowly curl all the way up. Last thing to come up is your head. Give your shoulders a little roll. If you have a chair or something you'd like to use as a bar today, feel free to take a moment to make that handy. We won't use it right away, but just want to be able to transition quickly. So we'll start to get warmed up here in our ballet second position. So you're stepping your feet wider than your hips and then turn your toes out from your hips about 45 degrees. And then sink your bum straight down to the floor. So I'll show you from the side. We still want to keep shoulders on top of your hips, nice long spine. Press your knees back. And then when you're ready, add some movement. So exhale, come all the way up. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Your arms can move however feels comfortable to you. If you're bringing your arms up overhead, just keep your shoulders sliding down your back. Inhale down, exhale up. Last 4, 3, hopefully this feels good to move big after Puja's Pilates. And then come all the way back down to your second position. We'll go side to side. So from here, exhale over to one side, inhale back to center, exhale other side. Allow one arm to help you swing open. Again, moving big here. And move with your breath. Inhale and exhale. Let it flow naturally. Hopefully starting to get warmed up, raising your heart rate just a little bit. Exhale, inhale, center. Last 4, 3. And then back to center in your position, your second position plie. See if you can sink just a tiny bit deeper without sending your booty back. So just like Puja talked about, wrap your lower abdominals in, send your tailbone right down to the floor. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, press down, come up. Turn your toes forward, take a little wide-legged forward fold here. Feel free, to gently sway side to side. Keeping a little bend through your knees. Take one more deep breath in. And then exhale, press down, slowly come all the way up. Give your shoulders a little roll and heel toe your feet in. If you have a chair or something you'd like to use as your bar, feel free to grab that now. And we'll start with your right hand on your bar. So since it's a yoga party, we'll do a bit of a yoga bar fusion class today, starting with a variation of tree pose. So you've got your standing leg right underneath your hip. And then open your left leg towards the side, left knee open to the side. Find your tree. So either on your calf or on your inner thigh, just avoiding direct pressure on your knee. And we're working with opposing actions here. So the hip is still fighting to stay forward, but your knee is trying to open to the side. So hopefully you're getting a bit of sensation through your inner thighs. Feel free to stay here with your hand on the bar for support, or you can bring your hands together in front of your chest. Stay lifted through your chest, shoulders sliding down your back. And then when you're ready, add some movement. So exhale, draw your left knee forward. Inhale to open. Exhale, close. Try to keep your hips quiet here. So we're still keeping your hips level side to side and front to back. There might be a subtle shift as you open your knee to the side, leaning towards your bar. but try to minimize that as much as possible. Use your exhale to draw your knee forward, feeling the work happening through your inner thighs. Last 4, 3, 2, and then draw your knee forward. Bring your hand to the bar for support. Extend your lifted leg back. I'll show you on an angle for a bit of a better visual. We're finding a modified warrior 3 here, coming into a single leg deadlift. So when you're ready, inhale, lean forward, almost touching your fingertips to the floor. Exhale, press down through your right heel, come all the way up. So you want to keep a soft bend through your standing leg, and your lifted leg is almost fully straight. Try to keep both hips square towards the floor. And you're creating a long line from the crown of your head out through your lifted heel. Inhale down. Exhale, press down through your heel, drag your way up. So the target in this one is the hamstrings on your standing leg with a little bit of support from your glutes, of course. Send lots of energy out through your lifted heel so you can get all the little muscles through your lifted leg working. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Keep a bit of a lift in your chest as well. So even though we're leaning forward, we're not caving forward or curling through your spine. How are those glutes? Inhale down, exhale up. Last 2. Then come down to your last one. Pause here, soft bend through your standing leg. You can bring the outside hand to your hip if that feels better. We've got 16 little pulses up. So lifting your heel towards the ceiling, really small range of motion. Feel those glutes. Do the work to squeeze your leg up, just 1 inch. Really small. Last 4, 3, 2, and then step yourself back to a high lunge. Front knee on top of your ankle. Square off your hips towards your front. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, relax your shoulders. Feel free to stay here if you need a little break, or bring your hands together in front of your chest. Pitch your torso forward. Find a long line, again, from the crown of your head to your back heel. Exhale, twist towards your bar. Inhale, back to center. So you're twisting towards your front leg, and the twist is really only coming from your belly button upwards. So your hips are able to stay square. Stay low in your legs. Hopefully your inside glutes are really feeling it now. They're doing the majority of the work here to keep you standing. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. You got it. Last 4, 3, 2. Come back to center. Inhale, lift your arms up. Last bit of work here. I know you can't see my foot completely, but we're peeling the front heel away from the floor. Exhale, back down. Just adjust so you can see me. So front heel peels and lowers. Option to have the bar for support or to go barless. Whatever will help you feel stronger in this pose. So create some resistance as you squeeze your heel back down. Imagine there's an orange under there. You're trying to make some freshly squeezed orange juice. The last 4, 3, 2. Stay low in your legs. Last one here. Deep breath in. Exhale, bend both knees and spring yourself forward. The last thing on this side, we're coming back to that ballet second position. So step your feet wider than your hips, turn your toes open about 45 degrees. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Full range of motion here. Hopefully that feels really good for those inside glutes. And then if you'd like to take it up a notch, feel free to inhale down, exhale up, heels lift, back down. So it's a 4-part movement. Inhale down, exhale, lift, heels lift and down. And this whole time, keep pulling your belly button into your spine. Shoulders stay on top of your hips, nice long spine. Feel free to go barless again if you'd like. And take this opportunity to catch your breath. Last 4. Give your glutes an extra little squeeze as you come up to standing. Last 1. Awesome. Take a little stretch up and over towards your bar. And then away from your bar. And turn your toes forward, shake things out. Make any adjustments you need to be able to come to the second side. And we're starting with that tree pose. So when you're ready, open through your right hip. Find the right height for your right foot on this side. Could be your shin, could be your inner thighs. Wherever you'll feel strongest here. Pull your belly button into your spine, hands together in front of your chest, or keep your inside hand on your bar for support. Take a few deep breaths here. Make sure you feel strong and make sure you can feel your hips are level side to side. Sometimes when we bring the foot up, the hip tries to come with it. So actively pull your right hip down to stay in line with your left. When you're ready, exhale, turn your right knee forward. Inhale, open. So we're really focusing on the inner thighs here again. I'm sorry. I know we just did a lot of inner thigh work in Pooja's class too. But it's awesome to find different ways to target the same muscle groups, ones that are often neglected. Create that resistance for yourself as you exhale, squeeze your knee back to center. Awesome. Last 4, 3. Last one here, pause in the center, and then send your right leg behind you. Finding a fairly straight knee here, soft bend through your standing leg. When you're ready, inhale to hinge forward from your hips. Exhale, press back up. We've come to our single leg deadlift on the second side. Inhale down, exhale up, trying to keep your hips square towards the floor the whole time, as opposed to opening up towards your right side. So notice how things feel in your hamstrings on this side compared to the first one. As humans, we're pretty inherently uneven, and that's okay. It's just the work of noticing so we can work with where our bodies are. If you need to keep a more generous bend in your standing leg on this side, feel free. We are working those hamstrings directly, but we don't want you to feel too much sensation there. So listen to your body. Inhale down, exhale up, keeping that beautiful long line from the crown of your head out through your right heel. Last 4 here. 3. And you know what's coming, just like Pooja said as well, lots of tiny pulses. So come back to your beautiful long line. And when you're ready, 16 little pulses up with your right heel. Try to keep your right knee fairly straight, soft bend through your standing leg. Now isolating the glutes on your lifted leg. You got it. Last 4, 3, 2, and then step your right foot back. Find your high lunge on the second side. Left knee on top of your ankle, hips are square towards your front. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, relax your shoulders. Take a breath here. Feel strong and stable through your legs. And then when you're ready, hands together in front of your chest, pitch your torso forward. Exhale, twist towards your left knee, and then inhale back to center. So we're keeping the long spine as we twist. Hips are staying stable where they are. We're isolating the obliques here as we twist the sides of your waist. And hopefully we're getting those left glutes really fired up as well. You got it. Last 4, 3. After this last one, come back up to your high lunge. Relax your shoulders down. Peel your left heel away from the floor Exhale, lower it back down. So nothing else changes. You stay at the same depth in your legs. Your hips stay level side to side, and we're just lifting and lowering the heel. And notice where you feel that work happening. Might be through your calves, might be through all the little muscles of your feet. Last 4, 3. Last 1, take a big breath in. Exhale, bend both knees, spring yourself forward. Last thing on this side. Last time in our ballet second position, plie. Inhale down, exhale up, full range of motion. Hopefully that feels really good for your glutes. And again, option to press up to a rise. So inhale down, exhale, lift, rise and lower, with or without the help of your bar. Okay, use this time to catch your breath. This is our last exercise standing. So if you'd like to challenge your balance, again, feel free to take your hands off the bar. Check in with where your balance is at. Wrapping your low abdominals in, keeping your shoulders on top of your hips. Pressing straight up and lowering back down. Last 4 here. Last 2. And last 1. Lower your heels back down. Take a big breath up and over towards your bar. And then back to center over to the other side. Little stretch for your obliques and come back up. If you had a bar or a chair, feel free to move it out of the way. And we'll come down to your mat. And we'll come to all 4s here. So hands right underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And then from here, step back to your high plank. And just check in, make sure your shoulders are still on top of your wrists, energy out through your heels. We'll come into a little sequence here. Exhale, bring your right foot beside your right wrist. Twist open towards your right leg. Plant your hand back down. Step your right foot back to plank. Same thing left side. Exhale, bring your left foot forward. Twist open, hand plants down, step back to plank. So one of the common things that happens here as we're switching sides is you come back to your plank, but your plank looks more like a pike position between a plank and a downward dog. So try to keep your hips pretty quiet here. Hips should stay in line with your shoulders. We definitely don't want your hips to sink down towards the floor. That'll place a little bit too much pressure on your lower back. As you come to your twist on each side, really actively press down through the bottom hand so you can open up through your chest. And then notice what's happening with your breath. Can you try to keep it in the same pace with your movement? So your breath and your movement are connected. Last 2 each side. You got it, last set. And then we'll meet together in our final high plank. Find that beautiful long line from the crown of your head out through your heels. Squeeze your glutes, take a deep breath in. And exhale, lower your knees, take them a little wider than your hips, and sink your bum down towards your heels. Take a deep breath in. Breathing into your back ribs here. And then when you're ready, walk both hands over to the right side of your mat. So we're opening up through the left side of your body, keeping your left bum cheek pulling down towards your left heel. So if you've leaned so far to the right side that you can feel your left bum cheek pulling away, you may have gone too far. Take another breath here. Exhale, walk your hands through center over to the left side. Breathe into your right ribs and even into your right armpit. I know it sounds funny, but hopefully it feels really good. Take one more deep breath in. And then exhale, come back to center in your child's pose. Allowing your forehead to rest into your mat if you can.